You already know the feeling. You've tried everything. You've cut the sugar, you've done the cardio, you've gone to bed sore and woken up disappointed, and that stubborn layer around your midsection just refuses to move. It sits there like it's mocking you, and the frustrating part isn't even the belly fat itself. It's the feeling that no matter what you do, your body just won't cooperate. That's not laziness, that's not weakness. That's your body being stuck in the wrong kind of stress cycle, and nobody ever told you how to break it. Today that changes. Because what I'm going to share with you about heavy kettlebell circuits has genuinely transformed the way thousands of people approach fat loss, and it's not complicated. In fact, the simpler you make it, the more powerful the results become. And right after we get into the first few pieces of this, I'm going to mention something down below in the video description that could completely shortcut this entire process for you. But first, let's talk about what's actually happening in your body. Your belly fat isn't just cosmetic. It's called visceral fat, and it's the kind that wraps around your internal organs. It responds to elevated cortisol, which is the stress hormone. So when you spend 45 minutes grinding on a treadmill, feeling defeated, thinking you're burning fat, your cortisol actually spikes and tells your body to hold on to fat reserves. Your body is designed for survival, not for looking good in the mirror. So every time you do long, slow, miserable cardio sessions with no results to show for it, your body is doing exactly what it was built to do. Surviving, storing, protecting itself. That's why you feel like you're working so hard and seeing nothing, because the tool you're using isn't matched to the problem. And this is where kettlebells change everything. A heavy kettlebell circuit is not a cardio workout. It's not a strength workout either. It's something more powerful than both, and it creates what researchers call the afterburn effect, officially known as excess post-exercise oxygen consumption. What this means in plain language is that your metabolism keeps burning at an elevated rate for hours, sometimes up to 36 hours after your session ends. So while you're sitting on the couch, while you're at your desk, while you're sleeping, your body is still burning fuel. That's not a gimmick. That's physiology. Here's the dramatic shift in thinking you need to make. The goal is not to burn calories during your workout. The goal is to create a metabolic disturbance so powerful that your body spends the next day and a half trying to recover from it. Heavy kettlebell circuits do exactly that because they combine strength, cardiovascular demand, and full body movement all at once. Your heart rate elevates, your muscles are under load, your stabilizers are firing, every single system in your body is engaged simultaneously. Now let me paint a picture for you. Imagine doing a set of heavy kettlebell swings. Your hips are driving back, you're hinging hard, the weight is pulling you forward, and you're snapping through with your glutes and hamstrings. Your entire posterior chain lights up. Your heart is pounding, your breathing is forced, your core is bracing hard against that load. In 20 seconds of kettlebell swings, you've activated more muscle tissue than most people touch in an entire 30-minute gym session. That's density. That's efficiency. That's why this works. People who train this way consistently report dropping 2 to 3 inches off their waistline within the first 4 to 6 weeks. Not because of some extreme diet, not because they exercised for 2 hours a day, but because they trained smarter, with heavier loads, in shorter, more strategic sessions. 3 to 4 sessions per week, 30 to 40 minutes each, that's it. And here's where I want to stop you if you're sitting there thinking this isn't for you. Maybe you think you're too out of shape to use heavy weights. Maybe you've told yourself kettlebells are for athletes or for people who already know what they're doing. That thought is exactly the thing that keeps people stuck for years. The people who see the most dramatic transformations from this style of training are not the people who are already fit. They're the people who were frustrated, who felt behind, who thought their metabolism was just broken. The kettlebell doesn't care about your fitness level. It meets you where you are. This is also the moment where I want to mention that link down below in the description is a program built around exactly this style of training. It's structured, it's progressive, and it's designed to take all the guesswork completely out of your hands. If you're the kind of person who's been spinning your wheels trying to figure this out on your own, don't wait on that link. The window to get into it is genuinely limited, and most people who hesitate tell themselves they'll come back later and then never do. The ones who act are the ones who change. The ones who wait stay exactly where they are. Go check it out after this video. Now, back to the circuit itself. Let's build one from scratch so you understand exactly how this works. A heavy kettlebell circuit should include a hinge pattern, a push pattern, a carry or loaded walking movement, and a conditioning finisher. Those 4 categories hit your body from every angle and trigger the full metabolic response we're after. The hinge is your foundation. The kettlebell deadlift or the two-handed swing belongs here. For the swing specifically, you want a weight that feels genuinely challenging by the 8th or 9th rep. If you're breezing through 20 swings without your glutes and hamstrings screaming at you, you're going too light. Lighter weight in a swing becomes a cardio drill. Heavier weight becomes a fat-incinerating strength stimulus. There's a massive difference between those two things. Your push pattern can be a kettlebell floor press or a single-arm overhead press. Pressing movements recruit your chest, your shoulders, your triceps, and force your core to stabilize against the asymmetrical load. When you press a single kettlebell overhead, your entire opposite side has to brace hard just to keep you upright. That's invisible core work happening constantly throughout the movement. The carry. This one is criminally underused, and it might be the most powerful fat loss tool in the entire kettlebell arsenal. Grab a heavy kettlebell in one hand and walk. That's it. Walk for 20 to 30 meters. The weight wants to pull your spine sideways, your core fights it, your glutes are firing to keep your hips level, your shoulder is packed down and back, your breathing is compressed. Farmer carries and suitcase carries create a full body tension that nothing else replicates. People who add carries to their circuits consistently see faster results around their midsection than people who skip them. Your conditioning finisher brings the heart rate to its peak before rest. Kettlebell goblet squats performed for moderate reps with a heavy weight at the end of a circuit push your cardiovascular system into the red zone. Your legs are the biggest muscle group in your body. When you load them heavily and demand repetitions at the end of an already demanding circuit, your body has to work harder than it ever would on a treadmill. Here is a real circuit you can start with right now. 5 kettlebell swings with a heavy weight, then 5 single arm presses each side, then a 30-meter suitcase carry each side, then 10 goblet squats. Rest 60 to 90 seconds. Repeat that 4 to 5 times. That's your session. That's 30 minutes. Done. And your metabolism will be elevated for the next day and a half. Now I want to talk about the pain of staying stuck, because I think it deserves more than a single mention. Think about where you are right now. Think about how long you've been trying to crack this. Think about the diets that worked for 2 weeks and then stopped. Think about the workout programs you started and abandoned because you couldn't see results fast enough. Think about the mornings you stood in front of the mirror and felt that quiet, heavy disappointment. That's not a small thing. That's months and sometimes years of effort meeting a wall over and over again. And you kept getting up and trying again because somewhere inside you still believe change is possible. That belief is correct. The method just hasn't matched the biology yet. The cost of staying stuck is not just physical, it's mental. Every morning that feeling compounds. Every piece of clothing that doesn't fit the way you want adds to it. Every social event where you feel self-conscious chips away at your confidence. This is not about vanity. This is about how you feel in your own body every single day. And the math is simple. 6 months from now, you can either be exactly where you are, or you can be the person who finally figured it out. The kettlebell is just the tool. But it's a tool that science and real-world results have proven over and over again. Studies tracking metabolic responses to high-intensity resistance circuits show significantly greater fat oxidation compared to steady-state cardio. The mechanism is real. The results are reproducible. This isn't a trend, this is applied physiology. People who commit to this style of training for 12 weeks consistently report not just fat loss but a complete shift in energy, confidence, sleep quality, and mental clarity. The visceral fat that was compressing organs begins to reduce. Inflammation markers drop. Resting heart rate improves. These aren't just aesthetic wins, these are health wins that change how you live every single day. And now I want to bring it full circle. If you've made it this far, you're not someone who gives up easily. You're someone who keeps looking for answers. That persistence is your greatest asset. The question is whether you're going to keep searching on your own, or whether you're going to finally give yourself a real structured path to follow. Down below in the video description there is a program that uses exactly this kind of training to help you burn through stubborn belly fat with heavy kettlebell circuits in a way that's completely laid out step by step. Every session, every progression, every detail handled for you. The people who are already inside are seeing results that they couldn't achieve after years of doing things on their own. But here's the honest truth. Most people watching this will close the video, tell themselves they'll get to it later, and nothing will change. The rare few who scroll down, click that link, and actually start today are the ones who will be looking back 6 weeks from now completely stunned by what's possible. You've already proven you want this. The only question left is whether you're going to act on it. That link is down there waiting. The next move is yours.